Up on Winthrop Close Up, Winthrop University celebrates 50 years of integration.
Plus, your opportunities to save lives. Up next on Winthrop Close Up.
Tune in to find out how students bridge over racial issues with Question Bridge.
Welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Brandon Gray.
And I'm Leslie Brown. Winthrop University is celebrating 50 years of integration.
That's right, Leslie. This means it has been 50 years since Winthrop opened its doors to African American students and faculty.
Reporter Gabrielle Franklin is there with the story. Gabrielle?
Thanks, guys. We're here inside McBride Hall where Winthrop is still celebrating 50 years of integration.
We're here to commemorate a historic milestone in the 128-year history of this institution.
Dr. Nathaniel Frederick of the Mass Communication Department served as moderator of Speak of the Times, a panel conversation with the first people to integrate Winthrop. The panel consisted of the first 2 black faculty members to be employed by Winthrop, as well as 2 of the first black students to attend Winthrop. Cynthia Player Roddy was a graduate student back in 1964 when she became the first black student at what was then Winthrop College. I caught up with Roddy to talk about what she wanted students to learn at the event.
I want them to begin to get a sense of the history and let it be a part of their history, especially our minority students.
All the ladies on the panel recounted their time at Winthrop and discussed what they looked forward to seeing from Winthrop in the future.
I wonder how much interaction there is still between blacks and whites on campus. It was a very isolating experience for me when I first got here. So, good progress, but in my opinion, we still have a ways to go.
They don't realize that the door has been opened by, like Dr. Roddy has heard, the door has been opened for you, and all the students have to do now is just walk through the door.
After leaving an impact on the crowd, Winthrop's first received a standing ovation. As you can see, guys, it was a full event. 50 years later, still going strong here at Winthrop University. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Gabrielle. To learn more about the integration of Winthrop University, visit their website today.
As Winthrop continues this celebration integration, African American males are still combating segregation. Reporter Chris Gaitan explains.
During the week of midterms, students jammed themselves into Dina's Place. No, it wasn't just to watch Grammy Award winner Rudy Kearns perform, but for Question Bridge, Blueprint Roundtable.
The purpose of the Question Bridge Blueprint Roundtable event was to have a conversation about critical social issues for the specific community of African American males.
It's a roundtable discussion which was made of 9 African American males from various generations. The discussion was moderated by African American Studies professor Dr. Adolphus Belk Jr.
Well, here's the beauty of it all. The panelists didn't have an obligation to be some representation of black manhood or boyhood that fit with what folks were expecting. All they had to do was to be themselves. The task is for them to speak their own truth.
Here at Question Bridge, the audience was encouraged to ask questions. I talked to one student who became very inspired after the panel answered one of their questions.
I feel very inspired after going to this event. It made me reconsider my position as a black male and question myself exactly what am I doing as a black male.
It's great to see that the panel was able to inspire others to be agents of change. Chris Gaitan, Winthrop Close Up.
Do you feel as though segregation and racism still exist? Tweet us your thoughts at Winthrop Close Up.
Students, faculty, and community members are coming together to celebrate Winthrop's commitment to fulfill the promise. Reporter Jerryon Manning joined the crowd reflecting on integration.
When this this event was put on, it's a banquet put on to commemorate the 50th anniversary of integration. It focused on the 4 individual women who really changed Winthrop with their peaceful integration back in 1967 and 68.
It helped reconnect me with Winthrop, the place that I work, a place that I spend so much time at. It really helped kind of reconnect me and feel a value, even a more valued placement here at the university as being an employee, because I connected with these women at the table. They remind me of my auntie. They remind me of my grandmother.
The promise to me is just the promise of Winthrop University to give fair education, equal education, regardless of race, regardless of gender. And I think doing something like this to commemorate the 50-year anniversary of integration really fulfilled the promise, as we say, because we made that promise, and if you look around the room, you can tell that that promise has indeed been fulfilled.
You can view that story and all of our other coverage about Winthrop's integration celebration on our Facebook page.
Up next on Winthrop Close Up, college loan debt is on the rise. How to manage the growing expense.
And despite the recent change in the season, things are starting to heat up at a local tennis tournament.
Plus, fall is in the air, so bring on the South Carolina State Fair. Coming up on Winthrop Close Up. Thanks for staying with us here at Winthrop Close Up. Paying for college may be easy for some, but others must take out loans and now pay them back. I set out to show you how to budget and pay loans efficiently.
Student loans are so tricky for a lot of, people our age. They don't understand how they're allowed to pay things back and what damage it can do if they don't repay.
In mid-June, President Obama signed an executive order that will have let 40 million student loan borrowers cap their payments at 10% of their income, which would have eased the management of student debt. However, after the vote, the bill did not pass. The average college borrower who graduated in 2014 took on about $27,000, and American borrowers have racked up about $1.2 trillion in outstanding federal student debt. Many students are having trouble paying them back and don't know where to start or how to finish.
Well, I've looked at it and I've seen that I owe some money now, so about $600. So I was just like, should I pay it early? Should I start now? Should I wait till later?
It's scary in the fact that sometimes I had an idea of how much I owe, but then when I actually saw the amount, I guess it kind of got real to me and I really realized, oh, I'm graduating, I'm really gonna have to pay all this money back and everything.
Here on Winthrop's campus, a financial counselor spoke with students and gave them advice on how to manage their debt. Jennifer Panther told the students how to budget and ways to get out of debt fast.
Keep track of your expenses. Anytime that you miss one payment over 30 days late, your credit score can drop anywhere from 50 to 150 points.
And she had advice for incoming freshmen.
Only take out the amount you need, if you need any. It is not play money. You have to pay back student loans. The only way to get rid of student loans is either to pay them back or to die.
If you need help or counseling about your student loans, contact Jennifer Panther or a trusted financial counselor.
The search is on to find Winthrop's next president. And this time, faculty, staff, students, and alumni want to make sure their voice is heard. Some faculty say the biggest problem is school spirit. One professor says morale is low. She says the campus she fell in love with is no longer there.
I leave here every day, and I feel like in that one day, I have lost time, I have lost money, and some days I feel like I've lost just a little bit more of my spirit.
Some faculty suggest a president who is business-minded, a great fundraiser, and someone who understands that students come first. Students suggested someone who is involved and interested in Winthrop activities. Funk and Associates says they plan to keep the faculty and students up to date on the search. They plan to have a president hired by the summer.
Winthrop University is taking on a new marketing approach in order to attract students. Reporter Tabitha Corley explains how a new campaign will boost the number of incoming freshmen.
This academic year, Winthrop received more than 4,000 freshman applications, but only about 1,000 students enrolled.
So we're looking to strengthen our freshman recruiting with a new ad campaign that we're starting this fall, which is called Winthrop Stands for Opportunity.
The temporary campaign will not change the Winthrop brand, but it will strengthen the name.
The primary vehicles we're using in this campaign are some billboards, and also we're going to be doing radio ads across the state.
This campaign idea came from students who submitted the tagline when asked to describe the university.
Maybe a wider variety of people, because Live, Learn, Lead was maybe more intimidating maybe of a slogan, but opportunities like there's a place for everyone.
The Department of Access and Enrollment is also getting in the game. It hopes to attract both in-state and out-of-state students at basketball games and fairs.
We've got folks this week in New York and New Jersey, so we're targeting certain areas that we think that students would be a good fit for us.
However, the traditional way of recruiting still works, as one student says it was all the mail she received that made her want to come to Winthrop.
I would say that they get their name out there a lot. Stuff that I got in the mail, just about everything. Like, I barely had any questions.
The previous goal of increasing enrollment by 1,000 students is still in effect. This number could include a combination of freshmen, graduate, and international students. Tabitha Corley, Winthrop Close Up.
Winthrop is seeing some success with student retention. The school's retention rate increased from 72% to 77% last year. Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, Rock Hill is seeing lots of new faces at its BMX track. What's brought the need for speed?
Welcome back to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Damon Mack in the CNN News Center. As another nurse in Dallas, Texas tests positive for Ebola, doctors are trying to find ways to treat the disease Ebola survivor. Ebola survivor Kent Brantley has donated blood to help in this effort. The American Red Cross set up shop at Winthrop University to collect blood donations.
I've had family members who needed blood. My mom was in the hospital one time and needed blood. And then since I've been doing this, I've met lots of people who come in because their life was saved by the efforts of the Red Cross.
Here at Winthrop University's Richardson Ballroom, students have come out to learn more and to volunteer in the effort to donate blood.
It's just something I like to try to do if I can. Just whenever they say it, usually it helps around 3 people that get the transfusions. I just think that means a lot to try.
Student organizations came out to help and assist the Red Cross.
Well, I find it important to give back to the community, and the best way to give to the community is to help people save a life by donating blood. The Red Cross is an international organization with no political affiliation, so they do not discriminate who gets blood or where the blood goes. So it goes nationwide to help those with disaster relief or hospitals who just need blood for transfusions.
So why are so many Winthrop students giving blood?
Blood is really the gift of life. All over the world, the Red Cross works, and it doesn't matter what religion or race or anything else. It makes no difference. The Red Cross gives blood to help support life-giving effort. I can't think of anything better if you want to give to the nature of being human. That's a good way to do it.
The Red Cross receives nearly 6 million donations every year. For more information, log on to www.redcross.org. Rachel Richardson, Winthrop Close Up.
To see if you qualify to donate blood, visit the American Red Cross website for more information. Apple is seeing great sale records for its iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. More than 10 million of the company's newest products have been sold in the last month, bigger than any iPhone before it. Apple says the iPhone 6 is the most advanced phone to date. I'm bringing you a closer look at the new technology.
Apple describes the iPhone 6 as remarkable. With a simplified design, there are no distinct edges, no gaps, just a smooth, seamless bond of metal and glass that feels like one continuous surface.
I can do a few new things.
The iSight camera is the world's most popular camera. In addition to its large 1.5 micron pixels and 2.2 aperture, The camera is packed with new technologies to help everyone take great photos.
The best thing about it is the camera is much more clear than my old iPhone 4, especially going from the 4 to the 6, straight to the 6 and skipping the 5.
Compared to previous iPhones, the iPhone 6 is significantly bigger and is also the thinnest.
The iPhone 6 has a 4.7-inch screen, and the 6 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen. They're both under 7.1 millimeters in width.
I understand that Apple's trying to compete with other competitors, so that's why they made the phone bigger. I personally don't care for the phone size as much as the 5, but I'm getting used to it now that I've had it for a few weeks.
Apple's shortcut solution for the size was creating reachability. Simply double-touch the home button, and the entire screen shifts down closer to your thumb. And to easily navigate Safari or Mail, swipe left to right across the screen to go backward, or swipe right to left to go forward.
These are only a few things that the iPhone 6 is capable of. For more info, visit apple.com.
Are you pro-Apple or pro-Droid? Join the debate with us on Twitter. This wraps up the CNN News Report. Let's take it back to Brandon and Leslie in the newsroom.
Thanks, Damon. Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, we're bringing you top stories in arts and entertainment.
Hundreds of racers are rolling into Rock Hill. Why they're here? Up next.
And what would you do for a chance at $10,000? Coming up.
Welcome to Arts and Entertainment. I'm Rachel Richardson. The Rock Hill Rocks Open Tennis Tournament is back in town. Reporter Brandon Great serves it up on the court.
The event itself provides free tennis for all of the community to come out and watch, and then these girls actually will be at the majors, and so we get to see them grow in their tennis career.
The Rock Hill Rocks Open returned to Rock Hill for its 6th consecutive year. Female tennis players showed up from around the world, making for some fierce competition.
I think it identifies again our sports tourism goal of bringing world-class athletes and sport to Rock Hill.
Female tennis players from nearly 30 countries compete in singles and doubles matches for prize money and ranking points. Players earn ranking points on the pro circuit in efforts to qualify for WTA tour level events. The United States Tennis Association promotes tennis for all ages, professionals, and amateurs like myself.
To win the tournament and here would be a fantastic stepping stone to get my ranking higher again. We're out in Rock Hill, so great place to win. That'd be fantastic.
These girls are so good. They are this close to being what you see on TV.
Brandon Great, Winthrop Close Up.
The total purse for the tournament is $25,000, and the winner of individual singles matches will each receive a $4,000 grand prize. Winthrop University Athletics is serving up top dollar prices to get students interested in the Eagle spirit. Gathered to watch the men's and women's basketball team scrimmage.
An event like this, I think that we'll have a lot more students at the games. Coach Kelsey's great at getting students excited for games.
Students competed in basketball games in hopes of winning $10,000 paid tuition for a semester here at Winthrop, or even a brand new car. You can find the men's and women's 2014-2015 basketball schedule on the Eagles Athletic website. Rock Hill is spinning with attention for its new BMX track. Reporter Jerryon Manning joined racers at the track for its latest tournament.
To start off, it's a supercross track, so it's one of the better tracks. I get to race all year. It's one of 7 that I've raced this season, and it's a fun track overall. I like it. They got the stadium lights. Let's play. It's a fun overall experience.
Oh, it's sports tourism by all means. I mean, you get tons and tons of people from out of town. I don't have the stats from today's event, but I'll have it by Monday. But we've got kids and families and participants from, I would guess, at least 30 states.
Yeah, it's I think my first time in South Carolina, and then so far so good. I've heard a lot of good things about the North and South Carolina. And
here comes up, showing the move, stopping that.
The World Championships have been in the United States only 3 other times since 1982, and we're lucky enough to host the event as the 4th city. It's been in Louisville, it's been in Waterford Oaks, Michigan, and it's been in Dayton, Ohio. And so we're very, very proud to represent the United States in 2017.
Whoa! Visited the BMX track? If so, we want to see you. Tweet us your pictures at Winthrop Close Up. Visited the Have you visited the BMX track? If so, we want to see you. Tweet us your pictures at Winthrop Close Up. That ends this week's Arts and Entertainment. Back to you guys in the newsroom.
Thanks, Rachel. With fall comes cooler weather, warm sweaters, and the South Carolina State Fair.
That's right, Brandon. Reporter Cameron Powell takes us to experience all that the fair has to offer.
Here at the South Carolina State Fair, and you wouldn't believe how much fun people are having.
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna win it?
The season of fall is officially here, and with it comes the state's 12-day fair in the capital of Columbia. Each October, the fair draws people of all ages with a variety of different rides and roller coasters, carnival games with stuffed prizes to win, and of course, plenty of food and cotton candy. With so many rides to offer, fairgoers have a hard time choosing a favorite. So whether you're into bumper cars or super spins, the fair has something for everyone.
My favorite ride is the fireball, and I've been here for a good hour or so, and so far I'm having fun. My feet hurt from walking around though, but yeah.
Angela Nettle.
The fair has 2 huge Ferris wheels, one at either end, and even has a romantic ski lift for people to ride on and get a bird's eye view of the entire fairground. You can even try your chances in the haunted house, or just have a custom t-shirt made. You still have a few more days to get to the South Carolina State Fair, so come on out before all the fun comes to an end. Cameron Powell, Winthrop Close Up.
If you go to the State Fair, send us your pictures on Facebook or Twitter.
That's it for this week's Winthrop Close Up.
As always, connect with us on your favorite social media sites.
We'll see you next week for another Winthrop Close Up.